In today's day and age, social media has become a necessity for many of us for our day-to-day lives. The issue that arises from this is that many of these social media platforms are full of non-Christian content which contain coarse language, immodesty, and many other worldly desires, all of which can negatively affect how we live and serve God. So then, what are some ways we could combat these worldly influences and better use social media to glorify God? Every time we use social media, we should always ask ourselves, what would Jesus do? And remind ourselves that even though the internet gives us the ability to speak more freely, that doesn't allow us to act any differently than how Jesus would want us to act. An example from the Bible about this is from the Epistle to the Ephesians on chapters 5 verse 8 through 13, which tells us, "For you were once darkness, but now you are the light in the Lord. Walk as the children of the light. For the fruit of the light is found in all that is good and right and true, and try to discern what is pleasing to the Lord. Take no part in the unfruitful works of darkness, but instead expose them, for it is shameful to even speak of the things they do in secret. But when anything is exposed by the light, it becomes visible." Another example we are to use when online is that we shouldn't be ashamed of our faith, especially among our non-Christian online friends, where we may feel reluctant to share the gospel with them over fears of how they may respond. The Bible tells us that when we preach the gospel, we should never be ashamed, as the Apostle Paul tells us on 2 Timothy on chapter 2 verse 15. "Do your best to present yourself to God as one approved, a worker who has no need to be ashamed, rightly handling the word of truth." One of the most important factors of how we glorify God on social media is how we are using social media specifically. Are we using it to get closer to God and share our faith? Or are we using it for viewing and interacting with non-Christian content, which can include content that is a stumbling block in our walk with God? The Apostle Peter tells us that in everything we do in our lives, it must all be fixed on God, as 1 Peter chapter 1 verse 13 through 15 tells us. "Therefore prepare your minds for action. Keep sober in spirit. Fix your hope completely on the grace to be brought to you at the revelation of Jesus Christ. As obedient children, do not be conformed to the former lusts which were yours in your ignorance, but like the Holy One who called you, be holy yourselves also in all your behavior." And we could do this on social media by evangelizing through creating and sharing faith content and encouraging and inspiring others, as Matthew chapter 28 verse 19 says, "Go therefore and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit." We have the ability due to social media to share the gospel to people who before wouldn't have been able to hear it, especially as the whole world becomes more connected. We should strive to make a larger impact online for the glory of God. But what are your personal opinions on social media? And did you have any other points that I didn't talk about in this video? Let me know in the comments below.